Gaza has become the largest open-air prison in the world.
Living in Gaza ain't easy at all.
Life in Gaza is so hard.
Life in Gaza has been deteriorating for the last 10 years.
I can't run my refrigerator. I can't run the AC.
It is the world's biggest open prison.
My family hasn't left the Gaza Strip since the summer of 1997.
My biggest dream is to travel from Gaza for one time in my life and to see how life is from outside the walls of the prison.
We're talking about a generation that has grown up in an open-air prison.
This is an occupation and it's making the life of Palestinians literally a hell. We're here dying, literally we're dying.
The occupation affects every single aspect of my life.
More than 50% of the Palestinians in Gaza are under poverty line, and more than 44% of the Palestinians are unemployed. Unemployment among Palestinian youth between the age of 20 and 29 is more than 60%.
The most common thing in Gaza, and which affects everyone, is the electricity, of course. Having only 4 hours of electricity every day.
Regarding the Great Return March, right? Actually, the power just come after 16 hours of cut.
We are in the 21st century. When you have only 4 hours of electricity a day, what would you do? What can you do?
Lack of electricity is making our life much more miserable.
Just trying to run your life around that. Trying to get your laundry done, your studying, charging all of your devices, etc. More personally, it affects my mental health and my family's mental health.
Yeah, actually the power cut again. So
70% of the youth in Gaza are living through severe depression, and that depression is leading youth in Gaza into suicide. I have so many friends who admitted to me that they tried to commit suicide more than once. 80% of the Palestinian people are living on aid from the NGOs and from UNRWA. People who are in their 20s are devastated. Most of them are depressed. They can't find jobs and they are living in misery.
Most of the young people here in Gaza are very frustrated. They are very depressed. You come to a conclusion that your life or death are the same. There is no one care about you or care about your life.
Life and death is equal for them. They cannot continue to live without any types of hopes.
For as long as I can remember, life in Gaza has been pretty different from other places in the world. Basic human rights that everyone in the world has or takes for granted are denied in Gaza.
The youth who going there wanted to send a message to all the people all over the world that we are part of the equation.
It's basically a call for human rights, for equal human rights for everyone.
This protest was designed and orchestrated by young, independent and frustrated Palestinians who were sick, tired and exhausted of their living conditions and decided to start this non-violent protest against Israel.
I'm sorry, when you throw thousands of your youth, the flower of your youth, against an Israeli fence.
Let's not fall for a trap that is being set by a theocratic, authoritarian group that is sending women and children
I don't think I'm falling
to
for a
human
trap.
shield.
And the more that Hamas lies to its people and sends them on a suicidal mission to the border, dying for a photo op is what happened earlier this week.
It's a big lie to say that Hamas is pushing Palestinian children and Palestinian women in the front line and they are hiding behind them. Yeah, I'm talking with you, I'm not Hamas.
I was greatly disappointed with the narrative that some people in the US were adopting. To adopt that narrative is to dehumanize Palestinians. It's to say that these people do not have the right to live, let alone demand their own rights.
I'm not Hamas. My father is not Hamas. My mother is not Hamas.
Let's start with Hamas in Gaza. I mean, that was an act of human sacrifice.
First of all, this hurts. As a human being, when I receive this kind of narrative, I feel a lot of hurt.
My wife, my children, my friends, my colleagues, they are not Hamas.
The Great Return March was not organized by Hamas or affiliated with any Palestinian parties. It's all from Palestinian activists. I myself went to the protest twice.
The majority of people are not following Hamas. They are just participating peacefully because they just want to be free.
It was inevitable that a lot of people were going to get killed.
Punish the people of Gaza because Hamas is there. This is collective punishment.
To do this collective punishment to people living here just because you have this claim that Hamas is here and all these people are Hamas. All these people are not innocent. No, they are innocent.
It seems very boring to listen to this sentence since more than 10 years that you punish Gaza because of Hamas.
Someday in the future, people will look back on this and will realize how inhumane this narrative is and how completely false the logic behind it is. The right question to ask is not whether there's someone asking them to go to the fence. The right question is, what is driving these people to walk up to the fence? What kind of conditions would drive somebody to risk their lives, knowing that there are snipers who are willing to shoot them, who are willing to maim them, who are willing to kill them? What would drive a person to do this? This is the right question.
My dream is to travel. I have never ever tried a plane or have ever seen a country other than Gaza.
For youth in Gaza, we have only two dreams: to travel or to have a job. And we are not permitted to have either. I have never lived in Gaza before.
I'm hoping that the situation will change in a way where I don't have to worry anymore about when I can travel or when I can come back to visit my family. I want the situation to change where I feel like an equal human being to Israelis.